Good morning, carnivores. This is Carnivore Corby coming at you from the great Buckeye State. I'm in Michigan now. Our rivals hopefully have another awesome game this year. I have to say the three best states in the whole country. Maybe three of the four. Ohio, Michigan, Indiana. But if I hit the lottery and have my choice, I'd live in Tennessee. Up in the mountains. Yes, sir. Wouldn't be a choice there. Other than I'd have to leave family. Maybe if I hit the lottery, I could move them all up with us. All down with us. I just want to make a video here. It's my second road march of the day, of the year, of the season. And had a few things on my mind. Usually only a few, because that's all that I can handle at one time. I'm only one man. Give you a little sear of my morning tootle. Beautiful out here in the middle of nowhere. They call it God's country up here. So I'll take you on a tootle with me. How do I got here? 3 minutes. Try to keep this short. So, here's the deal. I've been on the carnivore lifestyle, lying for the last month solid. No dairy, which is my main reason. I'm trying to see if the dairy is the inflammation issue, which it's not inflammation. I mean, like serious bad and anything like that. I just want to see if there is a noticeable difference. So I like to say that I'm on lion during the week and carnivore on the weekends, where I can have maybe a little chicken or shrimp or fish or whatever. But I haven't wanted dairy though. Was doing dairy a little bit a couple months ago because I ended up getting C. diff from antibiotic use, and I was trying to build up my good bacteria for like 2 months. 2 months sitting on the john was not my idea of fun. So I've never had IBS that I've heard a lot about, but I wouldn't want to live that way. I would do anything and everything I could. But I think dairy can have a lot to do with it, and sometimes it sucks because there's a lot of good stuff even in carnivore that you can do with dairy, like carnivore ice cream and cheesecake and all that stuff. But anyways, I've been on this lifestyle since October of 2024. And before that, I probably spent a solid 6 months at YouTube University looking anything and everything I could up. documentaries. Because back before even the 6 months, it was on, but nowhere near as popular as it is now. And so I've done my research. But I was looking some other videos up here last night, and it's even though I've been on it this long, there's even videos coming out now where people are carnivore haters that will say, oh, you know, the fruits and vegetables and fiber and cancer and all that. And it's, I mean, they're putting up a fight, the vegans are, there ain't no doubt. Do we know the end goal? The end of this? We don't know. We don't have, I mean, clinical research of whether or not this is going to be good for us down the road or not. So I question myself every time I see a hater on there. But I was just watching a video with Dr. Chafee, and I am sorry, I cannot think of the guy's name, but he had colorectal cancer, colon cancer. Exactly the same thing that my dad had. And he ooh, that's a big rock. And the guy did his research, and he ended up having, at the beginning of it, or at the middle of it, it got so painful. He didn't do any treatments. He looked up information on, because he's not in the United States. I think he is in maybe Germany. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I don't. Should have looked it up. Maybe I'll put it in the comments if I can figure out how to do that. Anyways, he does research, and he opted for no surgery and no radiation. And he started fasting. He cut all sugar out, which, I mean, I always think that at least there's some hope, because if you can do those two things, even if you don't go full carnivore, keto's good, so if you can only do that. But he, about in the middle of it, he was between the first month, from the day one of the diagnosis to the 4th month, and I'll explain the 4th month. He, I don't know, so like the 2nd month, I'm going to say the 2nd month, he ended up getting, it started really getting painful. And he talked to his doctor, which still stayed with him, even though he wasn't going to do the treatments. And the doctor told him that they did a scan, and the tumor had, I need to back up. Well, hang on, it'll stay with me. They did a scan, and the tumor had moved, or I don't know if it grew, because this was like somewhere the 1st, 2nd month. He opted for chemo, and that was because the tumor had moved or grew, I don't know which one, and it was setting on a nerve. And that's where the pain was coming from, the excruciating pain. Okay, so he did 3 rounds. He told him, I will do as many as I want, and then that's the end. The reason I say that is because day 1, he started fasting. He cut out everything, anything processed. I think he might have done some fruits at the beginning, he said. And hang on. Wow. They've opened up a big spot. Well, that makes it a little easier for me to see. Hey, they even put a beach down there. Cool. So this is hopefully one of many road marches. Okay, back to the march. Take 2. So I'm at the beginning of a road march that I just brought you down. And when you only have hope when you're not doing well, the end of the road can be this. So don't give up, no matter where you're at in your life, whether it's health problems, financial problems, marriage problems, anything, death of a loved one. Remember, there's always a bright ending at the end of the road. For all of us, when this life's over, that's what we got to look forward to. Amen. Okay, back to the march. I attempted to jog there. Whew, been a while. Had to get the heart rate going. So anyways, back to the cancer. He did 3 rounds of chemo, and it had shrank his tumor a little bit, enough to get it off the nerve, I guess. And he came back, told the doctor that that's all he wanted, because he had done his research on how bad chemo and radiation can be for certain people. So everybody's different in this world. He opted to go the natural route, which I'm telling you, I opted this way, and when I had herniated my lower disc in my back, it wasn't life-threatening, but if you're one of them that don't want any sort of surgeries, if you don't absolutely have to, then that's me. And even though it wasn't cancer, it really, probably saying all my years, it scared me, because same deal. I know people that have good and bad operations, and I didn't want to take a chance. So, same boat. I decided that, hey, my only thought day after day was, you get up every day and you eat and you go to work and you do your things and you cut yourself and the cut bleeds and then it heals over, right? It's that simple. Your body will heal given it the right nutrition. It takes time. And thank God I had vacation, because 3 days, the first 3 days, could barely get out of bed, and I'm not lying. I literally was walking, or like, I was hunched over and hanging onto every wall to get to the couch or the chair. And to sit on the toilet is a whole nother pain level, especially when your bathroom is strenuous. This doesn't matter. Any little bit of strain, you would not believe the amount of pain that goes through your lower back. So anyways, his idea and mine were the same, different circumstances. But your body will heal itself. That's what God intended it to do. And we all want drugs and prescriptions and surgeries and all that. And I am not cutting on the doctors. They're amazing. They go to a lot of schooling and they work under a pressure that I couldn't even fathom. Dr. Chafee is the neurosurgeon. I have a hard enough time gutting a deer. There's no way I could do that to a human. And so I'm going to try to keep this at 20 minutes. So I'm just saying, this guy went through 4 months. He did fasting, which involves autophagy, which is another way to speed up the healing of your body. Dead cells die off, new ones are born. And it's amazing. This is how amazing our body is. We have literally billions and billions of cells in our body. And those cells only react to good and bad. But that's what they're meant to do. They're good. We're not going to go through this life without an injury. I guarantee you that. So, just like my C. diff and antibiotics, my bad bacteria wiped out. Took 2 months of probiotics, yogurt, kefir, and carnivore. And it's just another testimony for me that your body will heal itself if you give it the right stuff in time. So anyways, this guy at the end of his journey, 4 months later of eating only meat, because he did this, he had heard about the carnivore, but he happened to have a steak because he had just went through, they told him vegetables and fruits. And he's like, that's what I've been on. And I got colon cancer, really? And then he ended up, oh, looky there. Here comes my neighbors, which is interesting because they're Amish, and I've been watching a lot of stuff about cavemen and giants that had civilization in Ashtabula, Ohio. Look it up. It's pretty cool. And that is the road less traveled right there. That for your life? I've thought about it many a time, especially with the gas prices. Oh, geez, lost my thought there. Anyways, 4 months, okay, yeah, he had the steak because he had ran out of whatever vegetables he had left on the counter. So he had this steak in there and he thawed it out and he ate it. And this is the crazy part that, everybody's be like, oh, well, whatever. He said literally the next day he felt different. Now, I don't believe, it doesn't take 25 years. It could take a day, it could take a week, it could take 6 months. A lot of people with autoimmune diseases, it takes them a while. Your eczema and your neuropathy, your nerves, your MS people, it takes a while for them to heal because, think about it. That's the last thing, the furthest from your heart, from your brain, and all and all that. But long story, hopefully short here in a second. He went 4 months eating a meat only. Went back to his doctor, who wanted him to come back after the 3rd chemo, and he wouldn't. He said he wanted to do it his way. And so the doctor didn't honor his decision. He came back. Excuse me. And 4 months later, his cancer was gone. Tumors in his colon were gone. Now, do you believe that or not? You got to do your own research. It's hard to believe sometimes because cancer is everywhere anymore. It used to be when I was a kid, it was heart attacks and strokes. And, you know, it's cancer everywhere. So, I mean, I think the best thing you can do, no matter what you decide on your journey, is stay away from the processed foods. All the cereals and grains and I mean, anything that's got 20 ingredients in it, like bread that shouldn't have, you know, just stay away from it. I think fruits and vegetables are going to kill you. No. There's oxalates and stuff like that. If you look it up, Sally Norton has really done a lot of research on it. But I think, like everything, anything in moderation, but I can't really say that because people say that carnivore is not in moderation. It's funny though, I just Googled, how much red meat you should eat in a day. 12 to 16 ounces. I'm not sure. I think it was a week. Honestly do. And of course, they had a vegetarian website and stuff below it and everything. So you gotta, you know, we're all on different teams, and so we're all trying to get the other team to come to our team. So anyways, I'm going to try. This is 23 minutes. I'm going to see if this is going to download. I've been having trouble with anything over like 12 minutes. So do your own research. The best thing you can do, if you don't believe, if you don't trust, if you're like, no, you're crazy, you're in a loon, get on YouTube and look stuff up. I go to No Carb Life and watch Dave Mack's carnivore success stories. And while I'm watching them or listening to them, I'll go down to the comment section and I'll scroll through all the comments and the people that kind of give their testimony in the comments. And it's really amazing. It is. And it's, one thing is it's hopeful. That's the main thing. It gives somebody some hope. It's not easy. It's just like this. This is an uphill battle. So I'm going to go jog this hill and I'll be back. So I'm over 25 minutes. This probably won't download. Anyways, I just wanted to say that I've been on this side of when I was a youngster, on this side of the road. Now I'm about there. You know, I got to go there. That's my next move. To the older side of the road. Right now I'm in the middle of it. But I will say, I've been on this side of the road diets and all sorts of things. And it was a health journey, not a diet for me. It wasn't about losing weight. It was about feeling good. And now I'm here. And I'm listening to both sides of the story. And all I can say is, back when I used to do the juice man diet for 3 months of drinking juice and eating no food, I didn't feel too bad. I was amazed I could do it without eating. But I love the juice, making my own, not this crap in the store. Excuse me. And so I loved it. And I'll probably have watermelon when it comes in season, because nobody loves watermelon more than this boy. I could sit and eat a little watermelon by myself. But I know to only eat a few pieces here and there because your body will let you know, oh, hey, sugar and fiber. But anyways, you got to make a decision. You're right in the middle. You can only sit on the fence so long. And as Jesus says in the Bible, he doesn't like half warm, I'm going to screw this up, I don't know the verse, but half warm believer. He wants a believer. You either believe or you don't. You can't sit on the fence. So, once again, all you can do is try. If you decide, give it 30 days, 90 days is key. See what happens. Worst comes to worst, you can always go back to the way you ate. So feed the lion within. Amen.